Hello, dear students. Welcome to Crack Net English with Get Lit Nexus. As always, we don't stop with teaching, we help you learn and retain. In this video, I'll share you how to memorize and remember the important works of Rabindranath Tagore. Here, I'm only going to deal with his plays and novels. So, without any further delay, let's begin. Before stepping into the story, I would like to set a small base for it. We all know that the famous work of Rabindranath Tagore is Gitanjali, right? The word Gitanjali means song offerings. Just imagine that the songs are offered to Lord Krishna, because we know Krishna loves music and songs, right? We have always seen Krishna with his musical instrument flute. So just imagine that songs are offered to Lord Krishna. From Lord Krishna, we are jumping over to a character named Krishnan from the movie Varanamayiram. If you haven't watched this movie, I would like to give you a small reference. Alright, there is an iconic love proposal in this movie in which the character Krishnan proposes to the character Malini. He says, "Hi Malini, I'm Krishnan." And the dialogue goes on, and this is the most iconic and most popular love proposal scene ever. So having this scene in mind, I have woven a story to remember the plays of Rabindranath Tagore. Now let's begin the story. The character Krishnan reads Valmiki's Ramayanam and admires the love of Rama and Sita. He wishes to have a similar love life like them. So having this wish in his mind, one day he saw Malini at post office. The moment he saw her, he fell in love with her. That was love at first sight. She seemed to him like a beautiful painting. He felt that her beauty can even turn a sannyasi's heart and create a love cycle that springs forever. Who is a sannyasi? A sannyasi is a person who has renounced his entire life. So, her beauty can even turn a sannyasi's heart and create a love cycle. So, to that extent, her beauty was powerful. Now he thinks that one can sacrifice anything for her. So he decides to meet her parents, whom he calls as king and queen for giving birth to such a beautiful princess. Actually, he tries to convince her parents to give her in marriage. As soon as he sees them, he falls at their feet and washes their feet with water and then also with his blood. And finally, he worships them to show his devotion. Finally, after leaving the place, he washed his hands with Chandrika soap to get rid of the blood smell and dirt. So that is the story. We saw that the character Krishnan read Valmiki's Ramayanam, right? The actual title is Valmiki Pratibha. Actually, he admired Valmiki's genius for writing such a beautiful story. That is love story. So the English title is The Emergence of Valmiki's Genius, written in 1881. What happened next? He saw Malini at post office. The actual titles are Malini, written in 1896, and The Post Office, written in 1912. What he thought about Malini? He felt that she was such a beautiful painting. We know that Chittiram means painting. So here the word Chittiram resembles Chitra. Okay, so from Chittiram we are tracing out Chitra. And then he thinks her beauty can even turn a sannyasi's heart and create a love cycle that springs forever. So one can sacrifice anything for her, right? The actual titles are Sannyasi, The Cycle of Spring, Sacrifice. All these three works are written in 1917. And then what he decides? He decides to meet her parents, whom he calls as the king and the queen. The actual title is The King and the Queen. Now what he does? As soon as he sees them, he falls at their feet and washes their feet with water. So just vulta the scene. bring the word water to the front and put the word fall at the back, and you will get waterfall. Alright, and after washing their feet with water, what he does? He washes their feet with his own blood. What is the color of the blood? It is red, right? The actual title is Red Oleanders. And then what he did? He worshipped them. The actual title is The Court Dancer's Worship. And finally, after all his worship done, he washed his hands with Chandrika soap to get rid of that blood smell and dirt. Here, the Chandrika soap stands for the work Chandalika, written in 1938. It is also important to remember the Bengali titles of his works as well. So now let's look at the Bengali title of the work Sacrifice. What is the Bengali title given here? It is Visarjan. Now just focus on the last three letters of this word Visarjan, that is Jan, which can be also pronounced as Jan, right? This word Jan is used to call someone who is very beloved, right? So imagine that to someone who is very beloved, one can sacrifice anything for that person. So in that way, you can connect sacrifice with Jan. In turn, Jan will be connected with Visarjan. Now let's look at the Bengali title of the work, The Waterfall, which is Muktadara. The word Mukti or Mukta refers to the state of being liberated from the worldly desires, right? So you can remember the Bengali title of this work from the story itself. The character Krishnan falls at the feet of Malini's parents in order to attain Mukti or Mukta, which means the state of being liberated. He wants to get liberated from love sickness. So it's all connected now. Next, the Bengali title of Red Oleanders is Rakta Karabi. We know how the word red is related with blood in the story. Using the same clue, we are going to remember Rakta Karabi as well. In many languages, including Sanskrit, Hindi, and many South Indian languages, the word Raktam refers to blood. So once again, it is connected with blood. So blood is in red color, so we can ultimately relate it to the English title Red Oleanders. And the Bengali title of the court dancer's worship is Natir Puja. We know that the word puja means worship, so it's very straight and simple. Now we are done with decoding the plays of Rabindranath Tagore. Let's look at another story in order to remember his novels as well. Okay, we know that Rabindranath Tagore was very popular for his poetry collection. But when he attempted to write novels, he wasn't that successful. So everyone called him as a joker. So his heart wrecked and he decided to become an Agori and leave his homely world. And all of his girlfriends bid farewell to him by presenting a poetry to him. So that is the story. Here, the word Joker stands for his work Chokir Bali, written in 1903. And then we saw that his heart wrecked, right? The actual work is The Wreck, written in 1906. And then he decided to become an Agori, right? The actual work is Gora, written in 1909. And he left his homely world. The actual work is The Home and the World, written in 1916. And while he was leaving, all of his girlfriends bid farewell to him by presenting a long poem, right? So the girlfriends stand for she and her in the word Cheshire, and we know that poetry means kavita or kobita in many of Indian languages. So the full title is Cheshire Kavita or Cheshire Kobita. That's it. Now pause the video for a second and try to recall both the stories and also try to trace out the actual works of Rabindranath Tagore. Once you are done with this, give a try to these MCQs. As usual, I have given the answers in the description. Check out the description, and you have got these answers right. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. We'll see you in another video. Until then, take very good care of yourself.